Hello and thank you for clicking on this video. This will be a full guide in order to flip on Dmarket. In this guide I'll show you everything I know and a lot of bonuses on how to start flipping. I'll guide you through the entire process if you watch this video from start to finish. Now, why should you trust me? Well, first of all, I'm going to show you my spreadsheet of my sales history of Dmarket. So this is just a little bit of what I did in order to sell skins on Dmarket. I had a pretty decent profit percentage, and this was in the end 10.8%, and then I made a trade every 9.58 days. So that would mean you get 30% return on investment in 30 days, which is very good for flipping. But I spent only 1 hour a day and I made more than $500 a month of this. So it was really a great side hustle to do. Now, how long have I been flipping? Well, I've been flipping on very different markets for around 3 years, and that's basically why you should trust me. How to watch this video? Well, I'll tell you something. When I started flipping, I would watch a lot of YouTube videos in order to get information, but I ended up doing absolutely nothing. So I'm gonna make this guide for you in order to take action right away and get you started flipping this day or maybe tomorrow. In my opinion, the best thing that you can do is watch the video. So listen, preferably take notes, take small notes of things you need to know. You may not remember everything. Then pause the video when there's a part where there's a step. So I'll tell you, okay, now go do this. Then take action on the step, then complete the step, and only once you've completed the step, you continue to the video. You can watch the video in full length, and then after that complete all the steps. That will be a good way too. But I recommend doing it in this way, since then you have all the relative information in the relative parts. So here's everything that I'll talk about. So first we're gonna set up your account on Dmarket. Then you're gonna understand the fees because they're very different. Then what flipping strategy is the best, what can we use. Then I'll show you my best flipping strategy. So this is the one that I used. Then I have a step 0 to 5 for flipping. It's basically a very dedicated step. It's basically a very detailed steps in order to do it, and I'll show you it like you're an idiot. I'll show you exactly what you need to do. Then you're gonna make a plan. So you're gonna make a plan. Okay, I'm gonna do this at this time for this period, this, that. And then I have 3 bonuses, which is a spreadsheet. Very important. Please watch this part. Otherwise you don't know how much you're gonna make. You don't know if you're gonna be profitable. Like in my experience, just have the spreadsheet, please. Mistakes are made, it's fun, and motivation, yeah, it's also fun to watch. Those are not necessary. Alright, so the account setup. This is the first part. So if you go to the link in the description, you will see the link to Dmarket. And this is actually an affiliate link, so if you click on the link, you support me. I basically get $4 for every $1,000 you trade, so it's not a lot. But otherwise, just search Dmarket. Make sure you have the right one. Go to this one or this one. And what I recommend you doing is to bookmark it on your Google. So I'm flipping all my flipping sites, for example. So you make sure you don't get phished. Okay, so first of all, you're gonna register. So let me go to this incognito. You're gonna click on sign up right here. You're gonna continue with Steam. Do that. Then you need to link your Steam API key and trade link. Yeah, so if you see your Steam account, it will probably ask you right away to do it. So do it. Steam guard on public status. So if you click on setup, you just basically need to put your profile on public, put everything on public. Then trade URL, click on setup, get the trade URL here, click on the link, copy this, paste it here, save. Then API key, click on setup, and then right here you'll see the key, and here you see the main name. So you need to create API key and then paste it right here. In that way you have done everything, and I recommend to enable 2FA. It's basically you get a code on your phone with the Authenticator app. It just makes sure that your account is very safe. Okay, now we have the fees. So the fees are interesting on Dmarket. First I'm going to talk about the deposit and withdraw fees, because when we go to the site and we go to deposit, you actually see a 1% fee. You see 2% fee, 3% fee. So if we take a look at the crypto, it's a 2.1% fee. Well, why is that? Well, when you go and deposit €100 or $100, They say the fee is only 1%, but they're lying. The fee is way more. They're just sort of scamming you. So don't listen to that amount of fees. Always recheck the fees. And then you have the bank. Well, the bank fees are pretty accurate. They are like 2.8 to 4%. Don't really recommend depositing by bank. Crypto would be better. Then you have gift cards like G2A and Kinkwin. Don't do that. These things are a lot, like a big scam. $12 for $10. That's like 20%. Like, don't do that. It's 10% plus. And then you have the skins, which I basically think is the best deposit method. Basically, what you do is you buy a skin on, for example, Buff163, and then you sell it on Dmarket, and then you only have the sales fee, which are right here. Now, for withdrawal, you can only withdraw with like PayPal, bank, and Payoneer you have. So let me go to withdraw. Here you have SEPA, Payoneer, Skrill, PayPal. These things, they may look like a small transaction fee. 0%, only 1%. But this is something that not a lot of people talk about, which is very important, is that they take conversion fees. So how PayPal actually makes money is when we take a look at €1 to USD, it's 1.07 United States dollars. But for example, PayPal or Payoneer will only give you 1.05 USD. So they take a cut on the conversion fees. So that not a lot of people know that, and they lose out on a lot of profit, because most of the time it still is like 2% fee, and you don't know it, and those can really cut your margins if you have a low margin plan. Alright, and right now we have the sales fee. So this is basically when you sell a skin on Dmarket, you have the choice between selling it on the bot and the face-to-face. Now I'll just quickly show you the difference. So if we go to, you see right here is the market. So these are basically all on a bot inventory. So these are on Dmarket bot 1, for example. And then you have the face-to-face markets, which is really like peer-to-peer. So the skins right here on your own Steam account, and you send them to somebody else. So if I buy this, somebody is gonna send me a trade, a normal person and not a bot. If on this one, a bot is gonna send you the trade. So why you know this? Well, basically don't sell face to face unless you're selling really high tier skins, such as like these type of knives. Otherwise, they're not gonna sell. I'm just gonna say that to you in experience. Don't try to flip with face-to-face on Dmarket. Only use the market. Why? Because people want their skins instantly. There's more competition. And when you go to Dmarket, you click on market. You don't click on face-to-face market. So everybody goes like here, and then they go, oh, best discount. I want to buy this skin, this skin. That's why you only use bot market. But if we go to sell inventory, so if I'm right here, you see this like really, these hot fires, these fires here. If I click on sell, you see it's only a 2%. So when it has like this hot fire, it basically means that it's liquid. If you click on here, see this limited offer. I can tell you this has been on around for like the last 8 months. It's not for all skins, but for most liquid skins it is. So you can basically work with those values. Now, if you don't have this liquid fees of 2%, then the fee will be normally 3%. So if you don't have this promo, then it will be 3%. 3% is still very low. So if you take a look at slide, liquid, if that's the hot offer, it's basically 2%. I put 2 to 4% because sometimes it's otherwise. And then if you have normally, then it's most of the time, like in 90% of the cases, it's 3%. But let's go to this skin. If I sell it on a Dmarket bot, it's 10%. So you really have to watch out for these things. Now, this is basically because it's like, I think it's a really unliquid skin where there's a lot of supply already. But most of the time when I was flipping, everything was 3%. So there was nothing that was 10%. Yeah, if we take a look at face-to-face, it's always 4%. I never seen higher than 4%, lower than 4%. So I just put 4 to 5%. Now, these are the real fees. It's very easy to work with. It's just take like 2 to 3% for the bot. And that's how it works. Okay, the flipping strat. So when I started with Dmarket, first I was thinking about what if I buy a skin on buff163 and then I sell the skin on Dmarket? Then would I make a lot of profit, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, you can buy skins for 10 euro on buff, sell it for 13 euros on Dmarket, but you're not gonna make a lot of profit. And why is that? Well, the problem with flipping with marketplace arbitrage on Dmarket is because of the high withdrawal fees and the trade ban time. So the withdrawal fees are really around 10%. You're gonna pay like 3% sales fee and then around 7% of withdrawal fee. So it's really, really high. If you get a 20% margin, 10% fee, you only have like 9.5% left. That's not a lot, because you also have the trade ban time. Because what will happen, you will buy the skin on buff163, you will have to wait 7 days or maybe 8 in order to get it tradable. Then you need to send it to the Dmarket bot. Then it will be tradable for 7 to 8 days. So you've waited around 2 weeks, a little bit longer, for that item to be able to be sold. And then you will need to get around like a 15% profit in those 2 weeks in order to have a reliable, profitable strategy. And then the bad thing is that if you wait 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, a skin can go from here, it can go to here, it can go everywhere. It's something like the longer you wait, the riskier it gets, because nobody knows where the price is going to go. We want consistency when flipping. We don't want stuff like that. Now, what is the best flipping strategy? I'll share with you what I did in order to flip on Dmarket. And basically, it's buy low, sell high. But the thing is that we're gonna only sell on Dmarket. And we're gonna buy on Dmarket. So what we're gonna do is buy skins on Dmarket, keep it in the Dmarket bot, and then sell them directly to Dmarket again. And in that way, you don't need to wait the 7 extra days. You only need to wait 7 days in total. Then you can sell the skin. You have low fees of 2 to 3%. And some of the benefits are that you can create unlimited buy orders. So you can have 10 euros and you can create 1,000 euros of buy orders on Dmarket. Very low trade ban. Sometimes you can sell a skin the same day because it's on the bot, although that is very rarely. Now, what are some problems with it? It's lower margins. The margins aren't great. It's high competition. A lot of people are doing this, of course, and hard to scale past 5k balance. Well, the thing is, if you want to make a good profit with your balance, then past 5k, there's only so much skins you can buy. Like, there are so many opportunities that there are. If you buy every opportunity, then you can't buy any more. So that's why if you have more than 5k balance, I don't recommend to keep growing on Dmarket. You can keep doing the strategy, but you're not gonna spend your money efficiently. Preparation. Before I show you all the steps, I want to show you how this would work. So what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna go, for example, let me take a look. We're gonna search for skins. So for example, I'm gonna take the Neo-Noir USP and I'm gonna go to lowest first. Exterior will be minimal wear. One thing that I'm gonna tell once again in this presentation is that people only buy skins that are tradable. So you can see the cheapest one is 18.14. But when somebody is looking for a skin, they think, oh, I want this USP Neo-Noir. They want it instantly. Like, they don't want to wait 7 days, because then they're like hyped. Their hype for the skin is gone and they're not gonna buy it anymore. They don't really care then. If somebody wants a skin, they want it instantly. So they always buy the skins that are instantly tradable so they can instantly get the skin. You probably already had this experience with yourself if you bought skins. Like, I don't want to wait 7 days if I want to buy a SIG knife. So that's why we're gonna play on this factor. So since 18.14 is the lowest price, people are gonna buy for 19.51 because it's the lowest tradable price. Okay, so what we're actually gonna do is just click on like this little eye and then go to the sales history. First, we're gonna take a look at the target. So 17.51, 52. We're gonna take right here. So probably I can create a target for 17.52. A target is basically a buy order, so that basically means that somebody can instantly sell your skin to you. You don't need to do anything. It gets into your Dmarket inventory and then you can sell it back to the site. So we buy it for 17.52. Then we're gonna sell it for 19.50. So we're gonna sell the skin with a little fee of 3%. Then we have 18.91 balance left. Now we spent, okay, so we spent 17.52, and then we have a 1.39 euro profit, which is basically around 8% profit, which is pretty good. I just went to this random skin, and that's basically how we're gonna make profit. So I'm gonna explain you this in all of these steps on how to do this. Okay, so first, preparation. You need to prepare some money. I recommend at least 50 euros. If you don't have $50, then you're better off just doing something for money first than flipping, because flipping is based on your bankroll. It's based on percentage. I recommend to have $500 plus that basically with $500 you'll make like $100 a month, which is pretty stable. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna either deposit via crypto or sell skins for balance. How will this look like? Well, you have the first choice, which is to deposit with crypto. You pay a 2.1% fee. And the second choice, which I think is the best one, which I recommend doing, is to go to buff163, buy a skin there, and then sell it on Dmarket. So in order to do this, we're gonna go to Priceempire. It's a pretty good site. Click on the link in the description if you want to go to it. Then go to comparison. Then go to buff163. Then search for Dmarket. Basically, just copy what I'm doing. I'm gonna later explain in very much detail how you can do this. Minute quantity from 5. Here we're gonna get 5. Popularity is around 65. Price we're gonna do, this depends on how much money you have. The more money you have, the better it is. Somewhere around this range would be okay. And then the market fee will be 3%. If it's liquid, it will be 2%, but let's just go with 3% right now. I want to have liquid skins. Then in blacklist, tribe sticker. Then I'm gonna sort by volume, and I'm gonna pick 5%. Seems about right. So if you take a look, for example, this is the buff price, that's the Dmarket price, and then here's the ROI. So what you can do is you can buy this skin on buff163, buy it for around $9, then sell it to Dmarket for around $10.30, and then you make 10% profit. So in that way, you already have a starting bonus. Let's say you have 500 euros or dollars. You get 10% profit by depositing, and then you already have 550 euros. You already made 50 euros. That's pretty cool. So you're gonna do this with a lot of skins. It depends on your balance. I recommend to buy just a little bit of each skin. Now, there is also risk involved with this, because if the prices change a lot, then you're basically fucked. Yeah, you need to wait 2 weeks. So it's more risky if you don't know what you're doing. Then I just recommend deposit with some crypto. Like in the end, you're gonna make back the money. So it's just for the preparation. Okay, and the last part is learn profit. So what it basically means is know when you profit. Get out your calculator, know how much profit you're gonna make, know percentages. Percentages is very important. So how would you go by doing this? Well, okay, I'm gonna buy it for this price, so 17.52. Go to your selling price. Okay, what do I think I can sell it for? 19.45. Then do this times the fee. So the fee is 3%. If it's 2%, 2.98. If it's 3%, do 0.97, because we take away 0.03, which is 3%. Then this is the amount you're actually gonna get. Then do it minus the money you paid, and then you have the actual profit. But what is more important than the absolute profit is the relative profit, which is the percentage you earned. So 1.34. If we're gonna take our, I do this in this way, 100 divided by 17.52, basically what did we pay, which was our starting balance, and then times 1.3465, which was our profit. Then we have a percentage of 7.68, which is very good, because we want a minimum of 5% profit. I hope you understand how profiting works, because this is very important. If you make mistakes with these calculations, if you make mistakes with knowing how much you made, and you suddenly only made 1% instead of 10%, yeah, you're not gonna be that happy. Okay, find deals. This is how we're gonna find our deals. And I'm gonna teach you how to use Priceempire.com. We already used it in the preparation, and I'm gonna give a detailed explanation. We're gonna adjust the settings, and then we're gonna check the profit, check the volume, and then I have a task for you. So go to a site called Priceempire.com. Just search for Price Empire. Click on this one. Go to apps, go to comparison. First of all, log in. Did forgot to say that. And then from what markets are we going to compare? So what I do is I compare from Dmarket. Okay, right here we're going to search for Dmarket buy order. So you need to scroll buy order to Dmarket. Then the fee will be 3%. In this case it will be 2%, but I like to put higher fees so I know I make more profit. Then from the price this is basically how much money do you have. If you have only 50 euros, it's best to work with around 10 to 20 skins is your balance. So you can create buy orders. If you're 50 euros, divided by 15, create buy orders for around this price, around 3 euros. If you have more than a few $100s, then try to create buy orders for around $5 to $50. That would be the best range. So let me just take a look at 2. And then for this, type 99. You're not gonna find very much targets above 99. I don't know how that market works. Never tried it, so I can't really tell you about that. I can only tell you till $99. Then what do we see here? The max price age. Well, basically this app is scraping all the data. So it's scraping all the prices from all the sites. How old should this price be? Well, if you click on 10 minutes, there are gonna be a lot less information. So make sure it's on 2 hours. Now, what's the volume? So this is basically the Steam volume. And we actually want to have skins that are liquid, that are going to sell quick. Because if you're stuck with a skin, it's stuck money. And stuck money, you don't want that. You want speed. You want to sell your skins as fast as possible for as high as possible. So that's why we want a minimum volume of 10. If I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna click on 0, and I'm gonna go switch from the highest profit, we're gonna see that we have like these skins. Autograph, capsule, stat track. Nobody buys these skins. See, so that's why we have the volume at least 10. Then how many buy orders should there be? Well, at least 5. If there's only one buy order, then probably the skin is not liquid. Now, how many skins should there be on Dmarket? Well, also around 5. That's pretty good. Then the popularity, just put it at minimum 50. I do to 65. That's popularity is how popular is it? Yeah, like this thing is 90 popularity. The popularity is a little bit of bullshit, but yeah. And then the minimum ROI doesn't really matter what you put at it. Basically, how much ROI should this minimum be? Now it just goes to 0. And then blacklist items, you don't want to flip stickers. Stickers are bullshit. Fuck the stickers, so blacklist sticker. Okay, now we already see some items. So normally it's based on ROI, as you can see right here. You see 84.36, 80. So it goes down ROI. What you can do is go this one. So you click on item on the little eye, trading statistics. You see, okay, this is the target price. Then you right here look at what is the skin going for and how often is it going for. Well, this is actually a bad skin because if we go to 7 days, we see it only sold 3 times. It's not good skin to flip. So we're gonna close that off, and then we're gonna go to the next one and the next one. But if you see, all these skins will be very bad. Why? Because they're ugly skins, nobody buys the skins. So we need to change up everything a little bit. So change this to 45, for example. Change this to 10, and then we're gonna look. You need to look with your eyes, like you need to look at the skins. I don't really look at the profit. Okay, erasing the red. I know that one would be good, so I'm gonna click on that one. I don't really like stat track skins, mostly because they're not as liquid. Okay, this one would be good, this agent. You're gonna go like this, and then you're gonna click on the skin. You're gonna look, how much does it sell? Okay, this sells 14, 24, 37. This sells very good. 20 items a day, that's pretty good. You take a look at how much are the targets? 2.7, 2.7, 2.5, 2.36. So basically it's around 2.5 to 2.7. Then you take a look. Okay, it's 2.5. So you know what the target price is. Then go to offer. You see it goes for 290, 333. So you can basically sell this for around 330, 320. Now we're gonna calculate the profit. So 2.55 is your buy price. The sell price will be 3.26 times the 3% profit is this, minus the buy price, 55, is 60-cent profit. On $3, that's very good. That's a 20% profit. How do we calculate profit? Again, just do this, boom, boom, times 0.6, boom, boom. 23%. That's very good profit. You're gonna do that with a lot of skins. Okay, this is the first method in order to do it. What I want you to do is with this method, right now, find 10 deals. Okay, go now find 10 deals. All right, if you did it, then I'm gonna show you the second method, which I think is a little bit better. And why is that? Well, because right now we see a lot of skins that are low volume. They're not gonna sell. Like all these skins are trash. Keep the same settings. We're just gonna go minimum volume 0, 0, 0. And then for minimum ROI, we're gonna actually put in 5%. Fee is still 3%. This is still the same. But right now, instead of having the ROI biggest to lowest, we're gonna have the volume biggest to lowest. And since every market has different amount of different customers, like Dmarket is more Europe, they have more money, they're gonna buy different skins. So right now we see the most volume skins. And you see that the profit is always above 5%. So what you're just gonna do is click on all these skins and create targets. You're gonna see, are they good? Are they good? Are they not good? And right now, I can assure you that like at least 50% of these skins right here are going to be good. At least, I bet it's around 8%, but at least 50. Same as this page, same as that page. And you can keep going. What you will see is that like the further you go, the less volume it has, because it has less team volume. Now we're gonna do the same task as before. You're gonna find 10 deals, and then you're gonna come back to this part of the videos, and then you're done, because we're gonna create the targets. Okay, step 2, creating the targets. So first of all, we're gonna recalculate the profit. Make sure that you know how much profit you make. Do the calculation again before you set the target. Like, you don't want to know how many times I messed up a little digit, a little number, and oh shit, I don't make any profit. And then I lost some money. How do we go by this? Go to, let me just go to random skin. Okay, so you're gonna click on the skin. You're gonna go to like this little eye. You're gonna go to search here. Okay, target. It sells for 327. Target 335. Go to this. Okay, so this is a reliable price. Go to create a target for 330. Do that. Then advanced parameters. Make sure you do this. Okay, for float, make sure you have any. And for the pattern, make sure the pattern is clear. Because sometimes when you click on the little eye, there's going to be a pattern. If you have this pattern, the target is only going to buy that particular pattern. And this is a mistake people make, because I made this mistake so many times. I thought, why are my targets not filling? And then it's because there's a pattern. So please make sure you don't have this pattern in the target. Okay? If you've done that, click on create the target, and if you go to right here, you can see your targets. By the way, when you make a target, you can just put an infinite amount of item quantity, although this is how many do you want to buy, how many do you think you can flip in a certain amount of period. So just never put like 100, just put like 2 or 3 if you can think you can flip more. Now, when you've done that, then the skins will come. So only go to the next step if you did that, and that is to wait 7 to 8 days. When the skins have came to you, you've created the targets, they have been filled, then you need to wait until skins are tradable. Why? Because I already told you, people only buy skins that are tradable. Unless it's a special float, high tier, or stickers. So, does it have a special float? No. Is it high tier? So is it like a few $100s? No. Does it have very expensive stickers? No. Okay, then you're just gonna wait 7 to 8 days until it comes tradable, and then you're gonna sell it. If it does have, you're gonna sell it earlier. Now, one important thing to always look for is when a target comes in and you see it in your inventory, always check the float. Always check the float. So go to your inventory, see what items did I receive. Take a look at all the floats. So for example, Neo Noir 0.15. If I had received this skin, I'm gonna look, okay, is it worth any overpay? How do I do that? Well, basically go to buff163, go to the market, search for how I pay Neonoyer, field tested. Okay, is there a difference between minimal wear and field tested? Yeah, it's a pretty decent difference. Go take a look at 0.15 and 0.18. It's a very small overpay, so I know it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, this will be a little more overpay, but we want to sell it quickly, so you can sell it for a little bit more. Just already put it on sale right now when it's not tradable, and then when it's tradable, sell it for a little bit lower. That's how I would go by doing this. You always want to maximize your profits. At one time, I had like this AK Bloodsport that I flipped, and it had 4 really old Rob stickers, and I sold the skin for 60% profit because somebody bought it with those stickers. I bought it for like 50, sold it for 120. That was great. So don't forget to check the stickers, because imagine if I didn't check the stickers, I would have a lot less money. Now, sell the skins. So basically what you're gonna do is when the skins are tradable, you're gonna go to the skin. Okay, everyone sprint stream field tested. You're gonna search for the skin. You're gonna see what's the lowest tradable. In this case, it's 141.39. So you're basically gonna put it for sale for 141. Just undercut it by a little bit. Don't undercut it by 1 cent, because then somebody's gonna look at the float instead of the price. So do that when you sell it. Let me just show you how you go by doing that. Sell, Dmarket bot, put in the price, 141.03. Then click on sell and it will be sold. Now, one thing to know is that if you sell less liquid skins, look at the price at which it actually sells. Sometimes there is sometimes there's a very big difference. So let's say the lowest tradable would be like 160. Nobody's gonna buy it for 160 because it sells for 141, 140, 133, 133. So you can see it sells for like these cheap prices. So then don't put it at 160, put it at 150. Okay, I hope you understand that. That's pretty straightforward. Now that's basically what I told you. Find the fast sales price and the max sales price. So in that case, like the fast sell price would be like, when do you still make 5% profit? It will be maybe like 135, and the max price will be at this amount, 141. So sell it for 141. If it doesn't sell within a certain amount of time, like you have it for a few days, then of course lower it. Now what you're gonna do is change the prices 2 times a day. I recommend doing it once after the trade lock has expired. That's basically 8 a.m. Amsterdam time. Just search for GMT plus 1. Okay, so 7 GMT plus 1 is 8 a.m. in Amsterdam. So you search this, you know what time the trade lock of skins get expired. So when are skins becoming tradable? Now, if they become tradable, everybody's gonna sell the skin. Pretty straightforward. So change it like 1 hour after that, because then you know the new prices, and change it in the afternoon. Just when in the evening after you eat dinner or something, just then change it. Okay, that's what I recommend, because you always want to be the lowest price. That's very important in bot marketplaces. Okay, now I want you to create an actual plan that you're gonna follow. So you're gonna write number 1. Create and update targets every day at which time are you gonna update it for, and for how long? I can tell you, with like updating and creating these targets, it only takes maybe 30 minutes in the morning. I always do it in the morning or after I get home from school. Change the sell prices 2 times a day. At what time? I recommend after the trade lock, and the afternoon is the best. You can do it more often if you have more time, but 2 times would be the minimum that I would believe in. Choose a minimum profit amount and liquidity. So what kind of strategy do you want to do? Do you want to sell skins fast, which I recommend? Or are you more like of a slower approach? Okay, I can wait 2 extra days and then choose a minimum profit amount. So I would recommend around 5%, but this is up to you. Are you comfortable with making only 2%, or do you want to make 20%? Of course, everybody wants to make more percent, but like, what are you really comfortable with? Find that out. And then something for consistency is find at least 1 new deal daily. Find 1 skin that you can flip daily in order to expand like all the skins that you have. Because you need, the more money you have, the more targets you will create. Okay, so after you created your plan, we're gonna go to the next step. And that is the spreadsheet. Very important. This is one of the 3 bonuses. And what you're gonna do is go to the link in the description. I'm gonna just show with you how you can use the spreadsheet. Oh, let me just delete this. So this is actually the most optimal spreadsheet that I've created so far. I've created many spreadsheets, but this is how I work currently. As you can see, there are a lot of different information here. You have the float, the weapon, the skin, note, date purchased, the price which you purchased, is it tradable, the date sold, the price, the profit, profit percentage, is it more than 5%? So let's say you want 10%, put 10% right here, otherwise put 5%, and then the time to sell, how many days did it took. Now, what you're gonna do is file, click on make a copy, and then you have your own copy, rename it to anything you'd like, and then you have the spreadsheet. So you have this part where you're going to put in the skins, and then you have the profit. So this is the buy value. This is like the closed profit that you make. So if you have actually sold the skin, then it only counts the skins that you sold. So date sold is 0. I never sold the skins. So then it only counts the first one. Now I sold 3 skins and it's more. As you can see, how much percentage, time to trade, and how much would you theoretically make about a percentage per month. Basically a little bit of math, basically a little bit of spreadsheet, nerd shit. Yeah, it's cool to have. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Dmarket. I'm just gonna show you how this will go by working. So let me just remove everything. Okay, so in Dmarket, you get the notifications. So you go to the history and put in all the skins that you bought. So for example, USB Monster Mashup, you're gonna copy the name, go put the skin in, put the weapon in, USPS, put the float, it's optional. Then the notes, for example, oh, it has low float, I put in low float. Stickers, for example, like put in the relative information. If it's just a normal skin, put in nothing. When did I purchase it? Well, let me take a look. September 4th, 2023. So I put in, oh yeah, okay, September, that's the 9th month. I forgot it actually. Okay, then you go to Dmarket, check the price. Okay, I bought it for 15.89. And then you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait till the skin gets tradable. Okay, boom. You go to your inventory. Oh, the USB Monster Mashup is tradable. Okay, then you press yes. And then you're gonna put the skin on sale. So for example, I put the skin on sale for 16.99. That can be the case. So I put in the sales price so I know how much I make. I wait for it to sell. The next day I checked the history. Oh, it's sold. Okay, I'm gonna put in date sold. For example, it was 15 September. Boom. And then it's black. So you know which skins you sold. That's really like this cool thing that I added to the spreadsheet. And then you can see how much profit, how much percentage. Is it bigger than 5%, which is my goal, and the time to sell. If the time to sell is like less than 10, then it's good. If it's higher than 10, then it's not good. So if this would be 20, you can see it would be white because it's not good. Now, you're basically gonna do this with every skin. The best thing to do is to always put stuff in the spreadsheet from the last day. So when 9 September has passed, so it's now, today will be 10 September, and not actually today, but let's say today will be 10 September, then you're gonna put all the purchases and sellings of 9 September. And then when it's 11 September, you're gonna put everything from 10 September. In that way, you don't forget where you are. Put right here, last day, 10 September, so you know where you are. And then put in all the information. And then go to the profits, see how much did you make, how much did you make per month, how much was the time to trade, etc. And here is like, yeah, current money is this, the goal, this is just optional. Okay, that's basically how the spreadsheet would work. Okay, the second bonus I have is the mistakes I made. So the first thing that I have is I did not update the targets. So what did I actually do? I created targets and then I waited 3 days, didn't do anything with the targets. And then of course the price went down, my targets were too high, and of course I didn't make any profit anymore. So please just, yeah, update the targets each day. Otherwise you're gonna have the same situation and you're gonna lose a lot of money. Now, not diversifying. Basically what I mean is I bought like, I actually bought 20 number Ks for around $500. And because I had to sell 20 number Ks, of course they don't sell in one day. So when the price dropped, I was fucked. And then I had to sell them for like a 1% return. Like at least it was a break even. But 1%, I would sell them for like 18%. But I sadly couldn't. Now sometimes I forgot to put in the spreadsheet information. So I forgot like 3 days of history. And then you need to spend like an hour on the spreadsheet. And it's really annoying because Of course, the spreadsheet is boring, but it's really useful to know how much you make. I bought downhill skins. So an example would be the AK headshot. Yeah, so this skin is basically, that fucked me up a lot. If we go to factory new, this skin is new, so it's from a new case. And what it basically means is that it will only go down because more people are gonna open the case, and yeah, more demand is a lower price. So it basically was from a new case, and more supply is a lower price. So don't buy skins that are just from a new case. That's the mistake I made. I bought like, it was in this period. I bought like, I believe 3 skins of these, and then it was boom. Oh shit, I don't make any profit anymore. So yeah, that's really bad. And then buy 2 cheap skins. What I mean is, let's say you have 1,000 euros and you're buying $1 skins. That's not it. You don't want to buy 1,000 skins in order to make just like 50 euros. That's not what you want to do. Target mistypes, so just what I thought about the floats and the patterns. Don't forget that, otherwise your targets will not fill in. I did not sell loser skins. So my opinion about flipping is speed. Like, make maybe a little bit smaller margins, but make it quick. And make sure that you have less risk. Now, if I had a skin that was that went down in price, I would always try to sell it for the highest price, highest price. I would always try to still make a profit. And what would happen is the skin would go down even more, even more. Like, I remember I had this agent for $5. I bought it like for $3, could sell it for like $4. And then it went down to $2.50. And I was keeping the thing for $3. I thought, yeah, the price is gonna go up, but it never went up. So sell your loser skins. If you made loss, you made a loss. That's how it is. Spend the time efficient. If you don't have any money anymore, like, only spend time on the targets, on the selling. Don't spend time like thinking, oh, let me look at this skin, this skin, this skin, if you don't have any money. I hope you understand what I mean. Yeah, the targets, 120, just don't make like targets of $1 when you have $1,000. Those are all the mistakes I made. I hope you can learn a little bit from them. And then I have the last thing, which is motivation. So just a little bit fun to talk about how much profit you can make. Is set a goal that you want to hit. What balance, when, and how you're gonna hit. I would suggest aim for at least 5% a week. And yeah, I got addicted to profit. If you also get addicted to profit, you're gonna make more profit than somebody who isn't addicted to profit. How much can you actually make? Well, this is just a little simulation with 5%. So let's say you start with $1,000. Then in the first week, 5%, you're gonna make $50. Then you're gonna have $1,100. Then $1,150. In a month, you have $1,215. In 2 months, you have $1,500. In 4 months, you're gonna have $2,000. And then in 6 months, you're gonna have 3.5 times as much as you had before, which is $3.5K. Now, of course, this is per week. So in my case, I sold the skin every 10 days. So yeah, of course, this is per week, and this is not every, of course, this is per week, so every 7 days. And in my case, I sold the skin every 9.58 days, which means that this is a little bit more, but in 6 months, you at least can expect a double of your money, at least. Like 5%, I made 10%. So it will be double this. It will be 7K with a little bit less trade time. Okay, it will be maybe 5K. So I hope you understand how much money you can actually make. It's pretty decent, you know? And it all compounds. You see like results time in this graph. It goes up like this, and it's actually true. It does go up like that. Okay, and this actually was the whole presentation about flipping on Dmarket. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, all you can do is leave a like, leave a comment, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Now, I'd say thanks for watching. Bye bye.